All right, aloha, Tulsi Kratz, Bernie Kratz, libertarians, Green Party people, independents who have no party affiliation, and the rest of you, maybe even a few stray conservatives. My name is Dave, and I am the Radical Independent. Yes, we've rebranded the channel, and that is the new name of the channel. Please spread the word, and remember, I am an equal opportunity defender and offender, depending on the situation. My candidate for president continues to be Tulsi Gabbard. I am talking a little bit more about Bernie these days, but I want to stress why Tulsi Gabbard is the right candidate for this job, this most important job of being president of the United States. She is down in Puerto Rico right now, and let's take a listen. This is a 50-second clip, and this is what leadership looks like, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, everyone. I am here in San Juan, and I'm asking you to join me in calling on all the candidates who are vying for the Democratic nomination for president to come here to Puerto Rico and to show support for our fellow Americans here who are in dire need of support. Now, the current governor and his administration here are corrupt at their core, and the people of Puerto Rico have been suffering for far too long under this kind of corruption. And whichever one of us is elected will be the leader of the Democratic Party, so it's important for us to let Democrats know, to let all Americans know that we will stand up against corruption and for the people, even when that corruption is within our own ranks. So come down here, even if it's just for the day, and stand with the Puerto Rican people and their righteous cause.
All right, so there you have it. Tulsi Gabbard, again, taking the lead on an issue. And a lot of people probably aren't really focused on what's been happening in Puerto Rico. This has been an ongoing situation. And again, we've even got coverage from CBS News, their 24-hour-a-day online, just one of the worst news channels imaginable, just mostly propaganda, and I've watched it here and there, but they did cover this, which is interesting. And we could play this clip as well. I don't think I'm going to waste everybody's time playing the clip here from CBSN. I do want to stress, though, that one reason I support Tulsi Gabbard is she's willing to go after people in her own party. And this nonsense, this political party nonsense, we have to walk in lockstep with the DNC, the DCCC, all of these entities out there that are essentially more or less lobbying arms from different things coming into the party and setting the party agenda. Tulsi Gabbard, she is a radical independent. She does what she believes is right. She has a conscience. A couple days ago, she was defending Ilhan Omar and posting a video about that. A couple days later, she's down in Puerto Rico calling for the Democratic governor to resign. And a lot of people just don't want to admit that there's been a lot of corruption in Puerto Rico, especially Democrats. People were blaming Donald Trump for all of the problems in Puerto Rico. I'm sorry, they're an independent, sovereign place, and they aren't a state, but certainly are run much like a state. I don't know at this point why they're not a state. They probably should be welcomed in as a state, but that's an entirely different topic, subject, and video. I'm just impressed with Tulsi Gabbard's leadership qualities and the fact that she does things. This wasn't prompted by other politicians who were making trips here. This wasn't, a scripted visit where it was just done for a photo op. Looks like she's walking down, kind of a narrow street here, and she's doing one of these with the camera, just holding it up. I had people the other day on Twitter before I left my old account. By the way, if you want to subscribe to my new Twitter, The link is up, and it's on this YouTube channel page right now. And I am just using my name over on Twitter now and under the Radical Independent. So you can subscribe if you'd like to, and we can talk on Twitter. I am not going to be following the same group of people that I was following before, more or less for my own well-being at this stage, because the tribalism, I followed a few people and I'm still getting the tribal nonsense, the impeach nonsense, the Russian hoax nonsense. It's I don't have time for it. I want to promote candidates who care about issues, who care about people. Tulsi Gabbard, Bernie Sanders, and a lot of the Bernie people are hard for me to stomach, to be honest with you. But I do like Bernie Sanders as a candidate. And so I will be talking about Bernie and Tulsi. But I'm only going to be talking about candidates that truly will do something different than the status quo from what we've had. And if it means, if all these candidates get wiped out by the DNC at the end of the day, and the Democrats really don't care about issues, they just care about beating Donald Trump, which is not a platform, then I'll be taking off to Greenville or Libertarian Land or somewhere, or staying just radically independent and not, claiming any kind of allegiance to a political party. So, in any event, a short video here. This is about Tulsi Gabbard. This is about her leadership qualities, the fact that she's willing to take leads on issues, and she's done it time and time again. And I think people really need to look at her record. Those progressives that don't think she's a true progressive. Look, I know there are a lot of tribalists that hate her standing up to her own party. And she causes problems. And she did it when she resigned at the convention to support Bernie Sanders. And she diplomatically said, well, Hillary Clinton has a hawkish nature. And quite honestly, it's really interesting that she has stuck to her guns for this long and really believes what she believes and doesn't really care what you think of her. And that's the kind of candidate I want. I want somebody who has some of those Donald Trump qualities, in the sense that Trump doesn't care about what people think of him. Tulsi Gabbard is that, but she's also a candidate who relates to people, who empathizes with people, and she is, again, I say this almost every video, she is the best candidate in my lifetime running for president. So I'm hoping people will support her. She needs more donations. Her campaign is about 30,000 short, individual, unique donations for that very important third debate, which happens after everybody gets back to work and school and the summer vacations are over. It's going to be a high-profile moment, and people are going to see her for the very first time and are going to be paying attention. So we really need to get her into that debate. Her voice needs to be heard. If her voice isn't there, then we really have very little choice. We have Bernie, and we've got to hope that the establishment with all their other candidates aren't just there to take Bernie out, because it appears that that's what they're trying to do to Bernie Sanders. But with Tulsi on stage with Bernie, that would be a great 1-2 combo, and it would be hard for the news media not to cover these very important issues that both of these candidates are raising. All right, so I'm done. I'll be back soon. Aloha. See you soon. Again, the Radical Independent over on Twitter. And if you'd like to help me out financially, because, again, this video will probably be demonetized, and then I'll wait 2 days for them to tell me it's suitable, even though I know it's suitable. You can do a one-time donation over on PayPal, and I will put the link to my PayPal email in the description of this video. Talk very soon. See you soon. Have a great weekend, everybody.